Dude, that's what I always hated about, like, when I go back and watch Nitro. Like, every match has a screwed finish and or an afterbirth. It's like, can you just have a match with a pinfall or a submission and move the F on? Like, good Lord, man.
There's this funny compilation video of AEW debuts of people nobody knows. So, like, the first one, they had Mercedes Martinez. She takes off her hood. I guess people kind of know her, but nobody reacted when she debuted. My favorite one was Luther. He comes out from under the ring, and like, who the hell is this guy? He looks like Uncle Fester. And then Sockhead's putting over, oh, he's a Japanese deathmatch legend and all this stuff. And
sure.
But last night's was like one of the weirdest and one of the worst. I couldn't even tell you this dude's name. It saved my life. Let me see if I can find it here.
I saw Jarrett's short little thing where he just like randomly appeared. And by the way, and then freaking everybody on commentary. Well, I guess it was only the two. It was Tony and Excalibur. They kept going back and forth. It's Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett. Hey, it's Jeff Jarrett. I'm like, shut the F up.
Yeah.
Like, we know it's Jeff Jarrett. Good Lord.
I don't understand what that's going to do for anybody, but
I don't know. Well, he's got to have one more run, man.
But they put him, and I like Jay Lethal, don't get me wrong, but they put him with him and Sanjay and Pinhead. What the hell is he going to
do? They're probably going to build up to an old man match between him and Sting.
Oh, it's undoubtedly that. It's undoubtedly. No, like, that goes without saying.
Well, because we didn't see that enough in TNA, man.
Now in the archives. Here we go. Okay, it was Cole Carter. He's a big Sting.
Him.
And he rips off the mask. He's just a generic blonde white boy. He rips off the mask. Oh my gosh, that's Cole Carter from the factory. And if you look at the crowd, I swear to you, I'm not lying. They're all just like, oh, okay. Yeah, who? Like, they're all quiet with their hands and like holding their arms. Like, who the fuck are you?
That's the biggest criticism. Like, one of the biggest criticisms people have had about that company since day one is they assume you know who the hell these people are. Like, no build up, no explanation. WWE, for the most part, assumes you don't, even if it's somebody you should know, they assume you don't know who it is. And I would rather they do that.
Yeah, right. One of the guys started getting an argument with me, when they debuted so-and-so on NXT, no one knew who they were. I'm like, that's the fucking point of NXT, you idiot.
Yeah, it's like,
oh my God.
Yeah, it's like, it's the Farm League show. Like, yeah. Like, they're not debuting him like it's a huge star. I mean, sure,
the Rock's daughter, though, I mean, people reacted, but that's because we know.
Yeah, it's like, you know who that is. It's kind of hard to deny that DNA looking at that face.
I couldn't get over that. I'm like, who the hell is Cole Carter? Like, I knew who Mercedes Martinez was because she did. For one, I'd known her before because I'd seen her at Shimmer, and two, she had just come from NXT. But clearly, that crowd had no idea who she was.
Yeah, Luther, that kind of sucks.
Luther, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, you look like an Uncle Fester cosplay.
Yep.
And then this kid, he looked like if they had given Hook like a haircut and made him smile a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, at least play up something like, I
wouldn't say that. I would say don't do it with him. Do it with something that makes sense.
Well, yeah, it's like when they were talking about revealing the Black Scorpion, and it was going to be, I think it was supposed to be Al Perez.
Yeah.
It's like, that would have went over like a freaking wet fart, and people knew who that was.
I would actually go back, and this might even been worse. Don't get me wrong, I love the guy now, but apparently the higher power is going to be Christopher Daniels. Like, who the fuck are you? 1999.
I know. The skinny little dude.
Like, that's the guy that's running the Undertaker and make him do what he says? Really? The Undertaker?
I like how, like, the thought of Vince Russo touching himself to the indies and seeing this guy. It's like, bro, we're gonna build him up and bring him in, bro. It's like, okay.
I'll give him some credit for recognizing talent on that one. But, like, who?
I think it would have made more sense doing it with Don Callis.
He'd already been on TV, so yeah, at least people would have known. Like, it's the Jackal.
Like, the Jackal?
The Jackal is the higher power. That kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit. Not a lot, but
he looked like it. He could cut a promo. Like, he wasn't tiny. He was about Shawn Michaels' size, maybe a little bigger.
I've actually seen him in person. He's deceptively tall.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's always been kind of like skinny. So everybody's said, he's not like, he's a little bigger than Shawn Michaels, I guess, from what I've heard. But I don't know. Like, I think him and Christian are similar size.